Talking to Coach Spencer Carbery for the Washington Capitals, off to a 6-2 start. 6-2 has to feel pretty good. How surprised are you with this good start and the work in progress offense?
Yeah, did you sandbag us a little bit when you told us the offense is a work in progress? Were you sitting on? You knew You knew this team was explosive. You just didn't want to tell us. You can be honest. You can fess up if you want.
No, it's been a real pleasant surprise how, because we implemented a lot of stuff. Some new things, and you hope that you're gonna hit the ground running and it'll look like a finished product right away. But obviously, like as a coach, you're like, okay, this is probably going to take a little bit of time, and then you add personnel, a new mix to that. So okay, that's going to take a little bit of time to create some chemistry. But for us, it's just we've been able to hit the ground running, and it's been. And what I mean by that is it's right away. We scored a few early. Guys are feeling good about their game. There's some confidence building through the first 8 games, and and it always helps when you do new things and you bring new things to guys. If you can score and have results early, it creates just more buy-in, right? Because now, guys, okay, perfect. I believe in this. Okay, this is working. Let's stay on it and continue to build it.
I mean, you got to, you guys have to be having a great time, especially since you guys are scoring some goals. Now you play Montreal tomorrow. You got another home game, so you've had a really nice schedule to start the season. I was just looking at Montreal. They've allowed 41 goals, and that's third most in the league. Now, they have played a couple extra games. They've played 10 games, but talk to us about prepping for Montreal.
So here's the challenge now, right? Because we've had I would call it a difficult schedule from an opponent's standpoint. Some really good hockey teams in our building on the road: New Jersey, Vegas, Dallas, in Tampa Bay, New York Rangers. Okay, so now Montreal comes into our building, who I'm not sure exactly where they are in the standings, but
next to last in their division.
Okay, so different challenge. Right now, it's on us. This is probably the first game of the year where, okay, you may quote unquote think that, this is going to be a little bit easier. This team isn't supposed to win the Stanley Cup. Okay, this is going to be a real good test for us. Can we continue to play to our standard and hold each other to it against whatever the opponent, whatever the night, whatever it looks like, and not let our foot off the gas and think that this is going to be a quote unquote easy night and we'll just be able to go 80% and find success. Because as our guys should know, and hopefully it shows true tomorrow night, there's every team in this league is quality and can beat anybody on any given night.
Right. When you are playing a team, do you look at their last game or do you look at a few games? How do you guys prep for it?
We usually look at their last 3. Okay. Gives us a pretty good idea of what they're doing of late. That's kind of our general rule for it.
I mean, the Kraken just put up 8 on them.
I know, and and at home. So
right.
Whenever that happens, you're going to have an angry. We call it like a angry Montreal Canadian tomorrow night in our building after the way that game goes. I'm sure they were not pleased with that.
Coach, when you get off to a hot start like this, can it kind of like set the tone for the entire season, or is it sort of like a regression to the mean more often than not?
No, it's really important, especially to give you a little bit of early season momentum.
Yeah.
And I think it helps to even build off that as opposed to just kind of, you're meddling around at 500 and that. I think this starts giving our guys confidence and some belief that we can be a dangerous team this year and play with some of the best teams in the league.
Hey, when you do your post-game locker room thing and the guys are standing around there and everybody's clapping it up for you and you're pumping guys up, do you even bother to jock Ovi at this point? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you got to show Ovi some love. He's got to at some point. Yeah, I mean, doing it at this age, especially at this level, it's incredible.
Oh yeah, you can't tell me. I don't care how many years you played and how many accolades you've accomplished. Like when you do something positive in a team setting and you get recognized for that. Even gets a little smile, and he you got to point those things out, because I think it's important, especially if he's done something of significance. And I like to, even when it's not goals and it's other stuff, like whether it's Mac and a big scrap or our D-core battling through with 5 guys last night, like stuff like that goes a long way. Making sure that you recognize and point that out in front of the group, I think, is important.